For voting, you need to add a gem, which makes life much easier for you and for me. The gem is called acts as votable. Acts as votable. So it's a gem. That's pretty handy. So we just add it to a gem file under device here, and we go and check out the documentation. What's in the documentation? It says you need to add the gem, which you've already done, and it says you need to bundle install. I'm going to bundle install. I'm going to restart the server after that. So I restarted the server, and now I need to migrate. So I'm just going to copy this. Okay, this RakeDB migrate is like Rails DB migrate but for previous Rails versions, but it's what's called legacy code, I think. I'm not sure. So Rake can be used instead of Rails, and I'm just going to keep that because I'm a bit lazy to type it in. So Command K to clear, and Rails generate access votable migration, and RakeDB migrate. I enter it. I tap enter, and as always, restart your server. Now what does this do? It creates migrations for you. As you can see here, it created a whole new table called votes. Okay, and there you go. You can see it in the schema file. String, votable type, votable ID, votable voter type, voter ID, vote flag, and all this stuff. Pretty cool stuff. What we're going to do now is to see how to use it. How do you use this? It says in your model, add acts as votable. So our model here is link and not post. So what we're going to do is quick search for link model and add acts as votable here. And it sort of shows how it works. It says that at post, like by user, post votes for size. The way we're going to work on this is in the console. I'm going to show it to you directly there. Great. Now let's say I have a link. I have a link at link is equal to link.last. Now if I say at link dot, I'm going to just check this here. Now hold on. At user is equal to user.last. Okay, I've defined instance variables which are at link and at user, and I say at link dot liked by at user. You see what happened? Now the link, there's one like for the user, for the link, sorry, by the user, and you say, what does it say here? At link dot votes for dot size. At link dot votes for dot size 1. You see that? So that's the count for the vote. Okay. Now what do you do? How do you implement these votes, and how do you show it in your views? I'm just going to keep this open, and I'm going to start working on it. Okay. Let's think about this. So we need votes clearly on a controller level for each link, because the links need to be upvoted or downvoted. Okay. Now let's go into the links controller. That was quick search by typing control command P on your Mac, on my Mac, and I'm going to say, first what I'm going to do is go to my routes file and define routes for my upvote and downvote actions. Now this is hard for me to understand, but it comes through practice, and you have to keep doing it again and again. And you say member do resources. No, member do, you put, which is a put action, put verb, sorry, like to. I want it to take me to the links controller upvote action which I haven't created yet, and put dislike, which takes me to the links controller downvote which I have not created yet. Make it a bit prettier. Okay, now we're done with the routes, and we have, so we created two routes, okay, one for links upvote and one for links downvote. And the way you check these out is by typing in Rails routes, and what do you see? Let's try this. It's too, when it's really cluttered like this, try to say Rails routes, the vertical line, I don't know what it's called, and say grep, a word that's inside in the link, grep like. So it shows you all of the routes with this word in them. Okay, so we have like link path, dislike link path, with a verb put, and the actions are downvote and upvote actions which we have to add to the controller. Great. Now we're going to say at upvote, define upvote and define downvote, and we have to see a few things. To find, to upvote a certain link, we have to find the link itself, right? Or downvote it also. So I'm going to add these in the before action for the find link, so that it is saved. It can find the link before you access this. Okay, so now you have the link itself. You can use the @link variable, @link instance variable. Now say @link dot liked, as we liked by current user. Whoever is currently here likes the link. Okay, and as we saw here, @link dot likes by user. Okay, and I say, what do I say? I say redirect to, no, I say redirect, but whenever you want to, there's a Rails 5 has something like redirect, which is called redirect back, which is not exactly which redirects you to the step before this. I'm just going to use this redirect back, which is called, I think it's called fallback location root path. If there's nothing, I want you to go back to the root path. If there's nothing before this, I want you to go back to the root path. Now, what is it for the verb downvote from? Okay, it's downvote from instead of liked by. Okay, I'm just going to do that. @link downvote from current user, redirect back, fallback location, root path. Okay, so I have my actions ready. So if I refresh this, what happens? Okay, now I have to, everything is good except that I need to add my buttons here. Okay, so this means I need to add my buttons to my index page and my show page, but this I'll come back later because I haven't styled it yet. Okay, let's do this. So let's add two buttons here. Okay, and let's say upvote, downvote. Now to add buttons, I'm going to use something called font awesome, which you can add as a gem, but I'm going to add it directly to the application HTML ERB file. And the way I do this is I'm going to just copy this, how to use, I'm going to go into my application HTML ERB file, and on top of below JavaScript and on top of the closing tag for the head, I add this. Okay, so what it does is it imports in a way all the icons that are available on font icon. So I'm just going to try to do this. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I'm going to use this. Seems pretty cool. Click to copy HTML. Copied. Okay. So I have to go into my index. Okay, and I say link row, and I want call MD 8. I want this to occupy 8 spaces in the row, and I want the rest of the 4 spaces to be occupied by the link, the button. So I'm just going to create a button group. This is Bootstrap. These are Bootstrap classes. I'm going to say link to like, and what is the route that links me to that? Link path. Like link path. Method is put. I'm going to say link. I'm just going to copy this. Link to method put. Dislike. Okay. I'm going to say dislike link path. There's an error. No route matches upvote controller links. Missing ID. Missing ID. Obviously. So just like the edit or anything, the link, specific link show page needs to be shown. So you have these two, but they're looking quite ugly. Okay. What do we do now? The way we do this is I'm going to add class btn primary to sort of make this more beautiful. Okay, now, not primary, I'm sorry, default. Okay, so see, it's positioned a bit weird. Let's say 10 and 2. I'm just going to take this out. I'm just going to replace the dislike and the like names with the font awesome icons that I did. I imported. So the way I do this is add a do block, and in the do block I add whatever was here, whatever I copied from here. I class this, and what I also add is link, which is this instance, link dot get upvotes get likes dot size. Okay, give me the number of likes, and I'm going to do the same thing for do. Just copy this to save some time. Tab it in. I think it's thumbs down, and I think it's get dislikes dot size. There you go. Okay, I'm going to refresh this. You see, I think it's a bit too close. I'm just going to keep it 8 I'm just going to keep this 4. Refresh. You see that? It's pretty cool, right? If I like it, up, down, down, up. See that? I don't like this extending too much, so I'm just going to see what's happening. So I see that the row, I see that the now what I'm going to do is pull this to the right. When I pull this to the right, it moves onto the edge. Okay. Now what I am also going to do is, this is fine. Now I'm going to take this. Okay. Is this part of a row? Yes, it is. I'm going to take this, call it, I don't know, button class. I'm going to say pull it down. Okay. I'm going to pull this down from the top. I'm going to say margin top 15 pixels, just to see how it is. 20 pixels, 25 pixels, 30 pixels. That seems okay, right? So I'm just going to give it a margin top of 30 pixels. So this app SCSS, I go to the class of button and I say margin top is 30 pixels. Great. Let me just change it because I like to add comments too. I'm just going to change it to 10 and add the comments here later on. Okay, I'm going to add the comments here. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the number of comments for this. So first I'm going to, there are 2 comments for this. There are, hi there, comment, there's 1 comment for this. I'm going to add the number of comments here. So the way I do that is I go to, I add this pull right, the button group in a row inside. Okay, and I add another row and I say p link to link dot comments dot count. Link to pluralize link dot comments dot count with comment as singular, and I'm going to direct it to link path with respect to the link, and that's about it. Let's just check what's happening. Okay, undefined method. Did you mean comments? Yes, I did mean comments. So 2 comments. Okay, I'm going to pull this to right too. Voila, there you go. So at this point what I'm going to do is call it, let's say, let me call this index button. Let me call this index comment. Okay, my CSS is pretty bad, as you can see. I'm just trying to work my way through it. Index underscore comment, and I'm going to say, I'm going to refresh it to see how it's working. I'm going to target, okay, here I'm going to target the comment. I'm going to say the margin top is 10 pixels. Seems pretty nice, yeah? Let's say margin top 10 pixels. I'm going to refresh. Okay, so we see that it's pretty nice at this point. Okay, the margin is done, voting is done, so everything looks pretty nice. Index. Okay, so let's start styling the show page now. Cool. Let's give it a call MD 8, call MD offset, which shifts it from the left to the right by 2 spaces. Okay, great. Now let's quickly inspect this. My first link. Okay, I'm just, instead of using this, I'm just gonna add a button here. Okay, I'm just gonna say show link URL instead of this. I'm just gonna say .btn group. I'm just gonna add a link to tag. Link to, I'm gonna say visit URL. I'm gonna link it to URL class btn let's say default. Let's say primary. Let's see how this looks. Okay, and where does this go? Okay, well, it's some random page. Okay. Okay, this seems pretty cool, right? And now what we can have here is I want to have on this row I want to have the upvote and downvote actions. So let's do that. I'm just gonna just create a row here. I'm gonna create, in this row I'm just gonna pull the button group to the left. Okay, no, I don't need to put it to the left. I'm just going to leave it where it was. It's better there. Okay. Sorry, I have a cold. Okay, now I'm going to define, I'm just going to copy paste whatever I did in the index. I'm just going to use this whole button group. Okay, here, this one. I'm going to paste it here. Let's see how it looks. Okay, there was an error because here it's link and the instance variable here is @link and not link itself. So everywhere I have link, I have to change it to @link. So there you go. But you can see you can see that it's using still the index button styles, which is why it has a bit of margin on top. Okay, let's call this the show button. Okay, so it looks better. Okay, so I like to link this also. So the way to link to how would you do this? Link to, I'm just going to try to see how to do this. At link.url, a tag, this link closes here, a tag here at link dot title, and href link to. I'm just going to try to do it like this. Let's see what happens. Link to URL, then href. Whoa, how was that? Pop. What if I say link to link URL and I say link title? Okay. Now I have to say link to link title, which is actually the text, and say link URL is where it has to go. Okay, I think this is fine, right? Okay, great. Both of these will go to that link right now. Okay, so right now what we're doing is, I'm just going to add like, no, let's call it like dislike. Okay, let's start over the space. Wait, we're good to go. I'm just going to add a just go into this row class and add a margin on top. Okay, border on top, sorry. I'm going to say whatever this row class is, I want button group row, let's say show. I want this row show to have a great. I'm just going to comment this, say show page. I'm going to say margin, no, what is it, border top is 1 pixel solid, EA. Okay, I'm going to say padding, top and bottom. Padding is 15 pixels on the top, 0, 20 pixels in the bottom, and 0. Okay, looks pretty neat, right? Okay, now let me just go quickly. I'm just gonna exit out of that, index, okay, show. Okay, comments. Let's start off with the comments themselves. So okay, let's start off with the comments themselves, and where did I put? Okay, so I'm just going to give this an ID of comment. I'm just going to put this here, and I'm going to give the h3 a class of comment title. Okay, and right now I'm going to inspect. I'm going to see that the comment title, the h2 class, I'm going to give it some space, padding, bottom, so I'm just going to give padding in general, 10 pixels, 0, 10 pixels and 0. Okay, and then I'm going to give it a margin. I want to move to the left. Margin left is minus 15 pixels, so it's sort of in line with this here. Okay, I'm going to say border bottom is 1 pixel. I'm going to say solid. I'm going to say yeah, but that's the only color I know. So I'm just going to add this to my comment title. I'm going to say this, type it in. Okay. The ID of comment, I'm wondering why it's not taking up the whole place. Let me give it a class of container. What happened? Okay, just going to take that out. Okay, I think this looks fine. This is the comment content itself, the comment content itself. So I'm just gonna go to my comments partial and say row class comment. Okay, application HTML CSS CSS comment. I'm gonna say for the comment itself, add padding 5 pixels, 0, 0, 5 pixels and 0. That seems pretty good. And I'm going to say add a margin, a border, bottom of 1 pixel, solid. Yeah. And a padding top of maybe 10 pixels, 0, 5 pixels, 0. So I'm going to add this to my comment. So leave it at 5 maybe. Let's see how it works out. Okay, so this seems pretty nice. I can delete the comment. It's going to increase the sizing. It looks a bit weird with the gap here. Okay, this looks better. Okay, so now we just have to look at this, and let's say we have the show page, and this goes into ID form. Inspect. Try to see what's happening here in the ID form. Okay, I suggest we'll leave it at that with the styling here. You just go back. I'm just going to class to the back button btn default, and I'm just going to leave it without that because there's a create button. So I wanted to say, I want to take this up, right? If there's an edit and delete, I want it to be part of a button group that's here. Okay. Okay. Here. But not this, but let me just check this out. I'm just going to give it a class of button default, and here I'm just going to give this. You see, looks pretty nice. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to give this separately. Okay, I'm just going to set this. I'm going to create another button group. I'm going to say if this end, okay, so that there's a bit of space. Okay, I think everything is done here, right? So let me go to new link. It's pretty bad. Let me just check this. Let me just work on this right now. So the new link path is the new path. I'm just going to add a call md6, call md offset 3, and I'm going to do the same thing for the edit page. Okay, just add a div tag. So you see, it's pretty cool. I'm just going to remove this class for the back. I'm just going to remove the class for the back, but still give it a br tag so that there's some space for both the cases, right? Okay, so the new link is fine. The sign out is okay. The sign up and sign in pages need to be just worked on. I'm just going to add the same links, the same classes to both. The way you sign up is registrations and new. Registrations and new. There you are. I'm going to add this. Okay. So right now I'm going to finish this so that it sort of goes inward. I'm going to do the same thing for sessions and new, which is the sign in, the login. going to change this to sign in. Okay. There you go. Sign up, sign in, all cool. I'm just gonna try to sign in. Nikhil@example.com. Password. Create signed in. Shows us the comments. You can either like or dislike the comment. In that case, the votes change. Let me add an account where you can actually edit your account. And the way you do that here is it's in the nav bar and it's in the navigation partial. So I'm just going to go to the navigation partial. I'm sorry, I didn't create a navigation partial for this. So I'm just going to go into the layouts folder, and in this I have the nav bar, and if user signed in, I'm going to ask it to add an account page where it's called edit user registration path, and this is the edit account path that you can see here. This is the one. Okay, so when you do that, it adds an account. In this case, it doesn't go to it because there is a problem with the device edit registrations file. I sort of figured this out. There's a comma missing here, which prevents the page from rendering properly. So if you work on this, the comma is gone automatically. I'm just going to take this class here. I'm going to add it here. Okay. Now I'm going to just tab it in. Oops, what did I do? What did I do? Okay, I think I closed it accidentally. I'm just going to open it again. Atom dot. Okay, so we're back. Div, close it. Whoop, I'm gonna close it here. Okay, so this is pretty cool. The sign out link is working, the account link is working, the new link is working, the edit and delete links are working. I can delete the link if I want to. The only two more things that are left to do. One is update this with the username instead of an email, because well, anybody can email you in that case, which is not so great. And every time a user is not signed in, they can still see everything that's here, including the votes, but they can't. But there'll be a banner, a jumbotron banner here on top that says "Welcome to Hackernews, sign up," and stuff like that. So let's get started with that. So the first thing that you need to do is, let's say, create new links. So I'm just going to just go and work on some links. Second link, I'm just gonna create some dummy. I'm just gonna do something like that. There you go. New link. Golden docs. I don't know. It's some random text. Just gonna go to the same example.com. And new link. I don't know, Nagio.com. I'm not sure if that's the link, but okay. Okay, so we have a few links here, and you can upvote it, downvote it, comment on it. Hey, sorry, it's not hey, so I'm going to delete it. Hey, update it. Okay, great. Now every time I click on, so this is working. Every time I click on this, right, it takes me to the root path. Now if I'm signed out, I want to see a banner here that says, "Hey, or welcome to this welcome to this website." So the way I'm going to do that is go into my application HTML ERB file and add a conditional that says if a user is signed in, then don't show anything, or if a user is not signed in, then show a jumbotron. The way you do that is okay. So we have to work. In the container, you say instead of yield, in the yield you say, on top of the yield you say if not user signed in, which is equivalent to if user not signed in, then show a jumbotron. And I'm just going to pick up a quick jumbotron from get bootstrap. Let's see how it works. Okay, I'm just going to use it for 3.3.7 components jumbotron. Okay, great. So now I'm just going to copy this. Okay, if a user is signed in, if not signed in, then show me this, please. Hello. Oh crap, I'm going to do this later. Let's just say welcome to Hackernews. A place where hackers meet and discuss and share links. Interesting links. Okay, so now we need to replace this a tag with a link to tag. Link to, I'm going to say sign up, and I'm going to say class btn primary and btn d large, which is lg. Okay, so this is what it'll show me. That's because I didn't end it. Okay, if, then show me this, and end. You see that? So it's pretty cool. But I want the jumbotron. Actually, what I can do, something better than this, is I can just take this out of here, okay, and just put it in the index page, right? Because I just want the index page to be shown here. I'm just going to put it here. If each link, I'm just going to put it here. Let's see what happens. Wow, it's pretty neat, huh? So if it's China, okay, that's cool. So I want I'm just going to check this. Great. Jumbotron has a Jumbotron is this. Padding is this. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to add this here. Just leave it here for now. And I'm just going to check why this is not working. Sign up. New user registration path. I forgot to give it a name. A link. Class BTN primary, BTN large. Should be working. Okay, there you go. BTN primary takes us to the sign up path. I can still go here. Okay. Okay, great. I'm just going to change the color behind to inspect. I'm going to say element style jumbotron. I'm going to say background color is, I'm just going to take this, pick color from page. Just going to take this color. Okay, I'm just going to check what it is. RGBA. I want to use the RGB annotation. So I'm just going to go to into app SCSS and on top I'm just going to link it to Jumbotron. I'm going to say Jumbotron background RGBA, which is a color thing. I'm just going to say what this. The red is 255. I'm just going to put that here. The green is 82. The blue is 0. I'm going to put alpha as, which is the gradient, as 0.2. So it should be sort of like a light orange color. Okay, so there you go. So if you're not signed in, it shows this. If I sign in, I click and create my account.com, password, I log in, it shows me this. I can go to my account, I can edit my password. Right now I'm just one thing left to do, which is to change this, right? So to change this, I have to go back into my device folder, device documentation. So device has some pretty cool documentation about this. So where you can find it is somewhere below here. This is where you can find it. Now it says to the application controller you need to add before action this stuff. I need to add this. Okay, so I'm just going to search for the application controller quickly with a quick search and add this to my application controller, except that I have to change this a bit. Okay, I'm going to leave this as username for the moment. I'm going to copy paste it. I want it to also appear for account update. Okay, and what is left to do is two things. One is add the username column to the user model. So to do that, it's Rails generate migration. It's adding just one column, so you need to migration, add username to users. Username is a string, and I Rails DB migrate. I need to restart my server once it's finished migrating, that is. Okay, cool. So this is done. Okay, so right now we need to render it in our views. Okay, so every time I go to account, I need to see a username, and when I sign out and when I sign up, I need to see this here. So I'm going to go to my registrations new and registrations edit files. So I'm just gonna, I want to create a new form field. So I'm just going to copy whatever is in the email and just paste it. I'm just going to change that username, autocomplete username. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing here in the edit file, edit registrations edit, which is the account link that you have to click on top here when you signed it. Username is this. Okay, there you go. So you just have to, if I sign in as Nikhil at example.com, I don't have a username yet. So what I have to do is go into account and actually create one. So I just update it. Okay, so my account has a name. I'm going to do the same thing for Samuel too. So Samuel at example.com, password. I have to update my account. I say Samuel, and every time I update stuff, I have to add my current password. It's pretty cool with device. So you can see that the name's already updated. Now I'd like to update this here. That's why I did all this, right? So I just need to go to my index file, quick search index command P, and I need to say here link.user.username. You see that? Whoa, everything's changed. And now I need to go in here. I want to change this to comment, which is in the comments partial, I believe. Yeah, username. Okay, I think we're all set, guys. But this was a pretty long tutorial. I'll try to break it into pieces and upload it. So there you go. We've done everything that's needed, and we've created a Hackernews type link aggregator site, including the CSS, which is why it was pretty long. Normally, other tutorials that people like Mackenzie Child on YouTube do, they don't really work on the CSS because it's time consuming, and I did because I need to learn. So there you go. If you like the video, like the video on YouTube, and comment if you have any questions. As always, thank you for watching. Bye.